Get outside and do something.
I know I've mentioned a few times one of my favorite camping tools, and it's this little thing right here. It's a tripod tool. It's made by, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Hubuish, Hubuish. There's probably a few different brands of this of a tool just like this. You can see mine's a little bent up, but it still works great. This is like a $20 tool, and it's the best tripod setup I've found. Other than like maybe having like a cast iron, like cowboy cast iron setup where you actually have wrought iron, but that's so heavy. Well, this literally fits in my back pocket, and all I gotta do is find some saplings or some dead wood to make it. So I got a few of these here. I usually shoot for something a little bit taller than myself. These are probably 6.5 foot tall. Not because my tripod needs to be that high, but because I want to get a wide spread on the footing of my tripod, and I'll show you why in a minute after I do my second setup. But I also put a little spear end on the fat end of these to where I can kind of set them down in the ground and they won't slide on me. And I'll show you how I set this up. Tool goes on there just like that. Usually I'll have to shave the ends of the sticks a little bit to make them fit that diameter, but once you angle the sticks over the fire, they lock in there tight. And it's set up to where my Dutch oven hangs right over the fire. This is probably a little bit too tall. I typically like to have it to where my chain at full length will drop the Dutch oven all the way down into the coals, and then I can adjust it. And this chain adjusts real easy. You just pull this up, and it's got this little piece of hook that just goes in the links and locks it in place, just like that. And you can pull the Dutch oven up and get it out of the way whenever you're not cooking with it, and then still enjoy your fire. All right, I got my Dutch oven hanging right about where I want it. And I'll shorten this down a little bit. And one of my favorite things about this setup is these sticks poking out right here are perfect for hanging your cooking tools on. And you can fold your cook gloves up and lay them right here in the top. And then I have one more part to this whole cook setup that I add. Let me raise this Dutch oven up, and then I'll show you all how that goes in. All right, second part of my cooking setup is my Stromberg Carlson camping grill. I love this thing too. What I was after with my cook setup is I wanted something I could grill a steak on and support a Dutch oven. This setup I have here is kind of the best of both worlds, and it usually fits together perfectly. You have this steak that drives into the ground, and then you have this grill that is supported by the steak that sits over the fire. This is also off Amazon. I'll post a link to these products in the description. So I set this thing up to where it fits between my logs, and I can swing it out of the way or swing it over the fire. And it's adjustable like this. So I'll probably set it up this way so it swings like this. And that sits just like that. I can drop it down, swing it over the fire, cook with it, swing it to the side. Nice thing about this setup, and it doesn't fall. The more weight you have on it, actually, the stronger it is. And you just tilt it up and it raises and lowers it'll fall if you push down on it right here. But with a pan on it, it sits pretty level, even with that heavy cast iron on it. I can swivel it over the fire. However, I don't usually cook with cast iron on it just because it's heavy and it bounces a lot. But if I need to cook two things, I can widen my fire ring and build me a little fire off to the side and then drop my Dutch oven down and say I'm letting a bowl of soup simmer. I can cook rice at the same time, or if I'm cooking something in a pot, then I can grill some steaks or some fish or whatever I'm doing on this thing at the same time. And I have a cast iron griddle that's about that big, and it's almost the same size as this grate, and it fits on here really great too. So this is my cooking setup, and this is what I live off of while I'm in the woods, and it works for me. I know it's two options, and I have yet to find a product that does what both of these can do. And the fact that these are so adjustable makes it work perfect for us. So we can move it out of the way and enjoy the fire, or put it where we need to when it's time to cook. So check the description, and I'll post the links to these. And I hope y'all like my cook setup. Let me know what you think in the comments. Peace.